Let's talk more about the close of the Third Plenum, and for that we're joined by Qu Qiang. He is the Assistant Director at the International Monetary Institute in Beijing. It's good to see you again. I kind of wanted to get right to this. Let's talk about the highlights of the communique and understanding and the deepening reforms as well as the call for modernization, China's modernization. Talk to us more about that, why you think that is so significant, and the fact this is going to be a roadmap for the foreseeable future.
Well, Sean, every country, especially in the economic developed nation, have modernization. So people probably are keeping asking why China is always mentioning about the modernization or Chinese-style modernization. Well, I think there's a little bit difference between the modernization, traditional ones, and the Chinese ones. I think in China, the modernization in a higher level means, different connotations. Number one, I think it's more coordinated. In China, we're a socialist country, but also we're featuring with very developed market economy. So sometimes we need to build the synergy in a higher level of the modernization. For example, how can we coordinate the SOE, the state-owned enterprises, with the play of or the role of the private sectors? And how can we build our own nation's market together, coordinated with the international market, to make our economy opener and opener to the outside world, reaching out to the international standards? So this is something as a traditional country of China we need to consider about. And the second thing is, how can we go greener? And everybody knows we probably have a old label as labor-intensive industry, as a world factory. We used to build a lot of things with a lot of pollution, with externality, high cost, or gossiping and all kinds of resources. But now this is the past. Made in China now is becoming smarter and cleaner, greener. Lost Mountain Clear Waters become our new brand. But how can we continue with that? Sustainability is looking into the future, building good products, but having the high added value to improve our people's livelihood. That's something we need to achieve in the next 10 years. And thirdly, it's about tax savvy. Can China seize the commanding height in the value chain? Can we build more of the good stuff with more of the technologies? And also in the future, can we coordinate with different regions? China is very big. We have very rich cities and regions like Beijing and Shanghai, but also we have, a little bit like in forward regions in the West and in inland. Right. So can we have everybody to share the same living standard, put them on the same page? So this is modernization China is after.
All right, let's also talk about, you talk about the coordinated effort, and I think that is spot on. But let's talk about this high quality development that you did allude to as well. The part that is going to play in the Plenum's agenda compared to the country's previous strategies.
Well, previous strategy, as just mentioned, we try to catch up with the speed. We try to solve the problem from have nothing to have something. This is good in the past, 40 years. They really catch China up with, the world leading players that made China into the second largest economy of the whole world. But the sustainability can be a problem. So high quality development means, China needs to really improve its economic structures, to improve the way of productions, to improve the living standard. Can we just by using so much of the resources to continue with the GDP growth? Can we just put everybody to work so hard and just run after the economic growth, but without balancing the culture, balancing the lifestyles, and also the economic achievement? Can we just only focusing on the international communication on export and import, but sometimes we should pay more attention to the common agenda of a human being to tackle the common challenges, for example, like the climate change with all the other nations, and also more the people-to-people communication. And this features the new high-quality development in the future China's society.
And also the fact that China has made it clear, they've talked about this in the past, but also now moving forward, they want to have more foreign investment, more foreign individuals visit the nation, and China's 144 hours foreign visa-free policy, that is absolutely going to create more opportunities so people can see China firsthand. How important is that going to be?
Well, China talking about high-level opening up or institutional opening up, I think this is the one more example. Well, for the trade, we have a very clear, a list of blacklist and a whitelist to make sure that all the foreign investors understand which area are you just free to go. You have a brainer, no brainer, just to rush in and put it down an investment. You're going to have a, very good return on the investment, fully secured. But somewhere else, you probably will need to go through Chinese policies with regulations, and we're going to make sure it's very clear. And now manufacturing sector is 100% open up to the foreign investors, and a very, very large large extent of the categories in fiscal account or the financial investment is also very much open up, as well as the technology. And about the personnel exchange, traveling is also visa-free, guaranteed by law. And I think this is very, very unusual among the traditional countries like India, even like Japan and South Korea.
Right.
So all the countries, travelers can come to an old nation without a visa. And this, I think, is very much an innovative way to promote people-to-people exchange.